You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's 90210 After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's 90210 After Show.
Yes, and we are back. How are you guys doing? I know we have a late episode tonight, but we had some business we had to take care of yesterday. Well, I had to. And I wanted to be here, so we postponed it to tonight. I'm your host, Nicolette Gauna, here with my co-host, Bam, in the studio.
What's up? Bam
so
Erickson.
Excited to talk about 90210, and as Bing is for doing it, we're doing another episode of 90210, 99 Problems. I really just want to go into that rap. You know
I know you do. Go ahead, bust it out.
99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Hit me.
Ha! Boom.
Just like that. So let's start with the boom. The boom, boom, baby, boom, boom.
The boom, boom, boring. How about that?
That too. That could work. I mean, you know, it started off with, you know, Silver to see that she was getting pregnant.
Yeah. And
I didn't know she was still trying to get pregnant.
Sort of, kind of. You know how the stories kind of go back and forth, and so the artificial insemination wasn't working, so now they have to go to the fertility clinic, and which is, well, it opens up with her taking a pregnancy test, and it says that no, she's not pregnant. So then she goes to Liam because that's the person who she's been able to confide to so far in this season, and so she asked Liam to go to the fertility clinic, and so he goes.
I mean, I was just confused from the beginning because I was like, okay, this girl was up here on stage dancing, and now she's back to the baby problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, so at first when I saw it, I was kind of in shock because I was like, okay, she's still trying to get pregnant. I was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? And then now she's back to being serious. So I'm kind of just thrown off with the situation.
I'm bored with her character. It's flip-flopping back and forth, and so it's like 1 minute she wants to. Well, but then again, if you think about it, she was doing those things because she was her body was getting ready to change because she wanted to be this mother and she wanted to do the dancing and do the take the new pictures so she could see what her body was like before it goes into this transformation. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I'm still bored.
It is bored. I mean, the only part that really spiced it up was when Liam basically punched the guy, which... Of course. I mean, I didn't see that coming, but I was just like, you know, now he's a new bad boy and all this stuff. I just think it was too dramatic. I don't know. What do you think?
So we're done. I mean, that's pretty much, we're done with Silver, right? we can go forward because that was pretty much it for her. Let's just go forward.
I mean, hold on. I'm really trying to think. I mean, that's all I really had to say about her. I mean, what? She's just trying to get pregnant. Well, let's just see. On to the next. Like.
Yeah, and we saw her and Adriana have a nice, good girlfriend moment. But
oh, I know, and A just confessed. I mean, we'll get to that juicy stuff, but.
And so, so Liam is at the work or his bar where it's being repaired, and so he keeps getting these notes, you know, saying that I know what you did or something.
Where is Vanessa? I know what you did. I wrote it down. Okay, hold on. Where is Vanessa? You can run, but you can't hide.
Yeah. Where's Vanessa? I know what you did. You can run, but you can't hide. And so he sees these papers. So he sees it on a note. And then so once they go to the fertility clinic, once he's with the fertility clinic with Silver, then you know the paparazzi's there, and you know the paparazzi, you know, basically said, you know, hey, you know, you're the new bad boy. you're Hollywood's newest bad boy. You can run, but you can't hide. And so he immediately thought about the note that he got. And I don't believe that there's no correlation.
No, there's no
because
correlation.
we live out here in Los Angeles, and not that we deal with paparazzis because we're not stars yet, but
Yes.
I do witness it a lot. Particularly in my job with the whole valet thing, and they say the meanest and cruelest things to you.
Really?
Yeah, they say really mean things to you. And they want you to stand.
Why is that?
I don't understand why they do that. But his character, they say mean things. It's like they try to give you a compliment, but it's a negative compliment.
Got you.
That's what they do. And so that's what the paparazzi guy did was you're Hollywood's newest back. And so he made that comment, and then of course Liam being freaked out because he has his guilty conscience of what happened to Vanessa. He goes and decks the guy. So should he have decked him? No, he shouldn't. But because I know how paparazzi are here in Los Angeles, that I think a lot more paparazzis need to get their ass beat. Yeah.
I mean, who do you think really sent him that letter? I mean, do you have any idea?
Well, I mean, this is a perfect way to dive into Ashley Howard. So the film company, the movie studio decided to hire him security.
Which movie studio are they talking about? Like
they never said, but the movie that he's in, the one that he's obligated to do because Vanessa, his ex-girlfriend, signed the contract, and so he was approached by her to she's going to be security. Now, when she flashed her badge, I was like, okay, that doesn't really look like a badge. And why? And where's his agent? Shouldn't his agent or manager or somebody said, hey, there's going to be this girl that's coming, and she's going to be your security. And another issue that I have is they always get these pretty girls who doesn't necessarily fit the job description of the.
Well, pause.
Yeah.
I mean, because I was looking at her, I was like, okay, she cute, and then I said, new interest, and then I kept on looking at her. I was like, okay, no, she ain't about to be a new interest.
Well, I mean, at the end, she did when Liam.
Yeah, she psycho interest.
Yeah.
Liam be getting these psycho people. I don't understand why he attracts the psycho girls. I mean, she was getting his tattoo of his face on her back. Like, are you psycho? So you think she's fake?
She possibly can be fake just because she pops up, she's there.
Fake for what though?
I don't know. That's the thing.
Just because she's like a super fan?
But she wasn't even dressed appropriate. Like I've seen, again, being here in LA in my job, I've seen what personal security bodyguards look like.
Ponytail.
She wasn't dressed the part. Where's her gun? Like it just seemed a bit too far-fetched for me.
Well, and you think it would be like a guy. I mean, how is a girl going to I mean, not that girls couldn't do that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, I mean, she kind of looked, I mean, maybe she knows like karate or something.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, his storyline, I'm really liking where it's going. I kind of feel like it's getting a little bit like really dramatic in a way.
I do like his storyline. I absolutely like the storyline, but that whole ending with her getting a tattoo on her back, that was just so far-fetched. I'm like, for real?
And that was just kind of annoying to me because I'm like, I'm done with him in psycho women. Like, why does he have to get psycho women?
Yeah.
Like, why didn't he just stay with Annie?
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, just build up with somebody. Why does it have to be psycho women? Like, I'm sorry you have to deal with that. So annoying. I'm telling you, I should just be with him already. I'm a psycho woman. I talked about him for
So you like him, you like Bobby V, you like, just pick one. Just pick one and just make a decision.
I love all men. All kinds.
Okay, well, we love for you guys to make sure that you go to Amazon.com because, well, let me just back up. First, you need to go to our AfterBuzz TV website. You need to click on the Amazon banner and then go shopping once you're on AfterBuzz TV, because what happens is when you click on the banner from AfterBuzz TV of Amazon, and make the purchases, it actually helps us out here at AfterBuzz TV because we're doing this for the love of the shows that we like to do for the super fans. So it really helps, especially with the Christmas holidays. You can buy presents for family members, friends, boyfriends, girlfriends, your pets. There's everything on Amazon.com. So make sure before you shop at Amazon.com, go to our AfterBuzz TV website and click on the Amazon banner. All right.
And maybe you could get some diamond rings, which was talked about in this episode.
Uh-huh.
Engagement rings, earrings, necklaces, diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
Every girl loves a diamond.
Well, maybe Adriana didn't seem to.
That's right. We had them two together tonight.
I was happy with their story tonight. Everything is going well, but of course Taylor wasn't there, so that also helped. That things. Well, you got your arms folded. What?
I mean, honestly, I feel the fact that Dixon does not know the whole situation with Adriana and Taylor is obviously so set up for him to find out.
Right.
So to me, that's frustrating.
But remember, she was going to tell him before, right when she thought that he was gonna propose. She was going to tell him, and then of course nosy Naomi and the game came in, and oh my God, he's getting ready to propose, and so that totally ruined the moment. But you know, we know how it goes, and he should have. She should have said something a long time ago.
Regardless, you know what I'm saying? She should have just said something. And so that kind of is frustrating to me. And the fact that she's opening for Neo, I mean, it was cheesy, but it was awesome at the same time. It was really cute. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about her performance. The song she sung was Shake a Snake Charm. I hate that song.
I think I like the second one better. Was it the second or the first one?
I thought it was one song.
Oh, I thought they were two different ones.
Yeah, the whole performance, she was stiff, and the dancers was like, I was so distracted by the cheesy dancing, the choreographers, the dance. I was so distracted by that. I couldn't pay attention to her actual performance, and then she was stiff, and I was just like, she's a lot better when she's either playing acoustic, and the song was just bubblegum. Oh boy, I could just go on forever, but it was not a good song for her. I've heard better.
I see where she's going with it.
Where is she going?
She's trying to be like a pop star, but I mean, that's obviously, I mean, who am I to say? But it wasn't, you know, that smooth of a performance. But I mean, it was her first, not really her first time. But I mean, she has something, you know what I mean? To me, I was just kind of cheesy to me. Like, I was watching, I was like, oh, it's Adriana, like, hi, like, you know. But at the same time, I was just like, all right, like, let's get to Neo, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, it was good for her though. I mean, it's about time they started like doing stuff with her music. But I'm like, who got her the gig? That's why they need to bring Austin back.
Well, yeah, they didn't specify how she got the gig.
Exactly,
but
like,
I think the point was Neil was a guest star, and they needed to make that relevant. So therefore, she opens up, and it was at the famous Hollywood Bowl here in Hollywood, California.
You know, I've still never been there.
I've never been either.
Well, now we were last night enjoying it at the Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah. But so okay. Let's just talk a little bit about, so Dixon finds out that he's,
well, before that, he wants to now start his own record label.
Yeah, he wants to start his own record label, and so he asked Annie for $200,000 for the startup. So we've said, you know, why don't she do something with her money? Why can't she start up something? So our prayers have been answered.
Exactly, and that's what I put. I get investing. Here's her money. This
Yeah.
is where it is.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a great investment. I think that would be a really good storyline, the record label. I'm excited to see what can come from that, because I could totally see him playing like this big record label guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm sure they'll probably have more artists and come up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be really great.
And he wants to sign Adriana as his first artist.
And I honestly thought that was super cute.
Me
like,
too.
I was so with it. I was like, oh my God. It reminded me of like Selena or something. You know? Like something like that.
Yeah. Oh, something else I thought was cool was, you know, Annie said that that Dixon should get Adriana like a nice gift. The gift that he got her before has been really corny, because he wanted to get her something for her being able to open up for Neo.
Right.
And so Annie kind of alluded to get a nice gift. And so once once he got the news, which we'll talk about in a second, once Dixon got the news about the surgery that he's gonna have, he was thinking more along the lines, okay, well, my life is gonna change, blah blah blah, and so I want to marry her because she's the love of my life. I think about her, blah blah blah, and so for that moment, or for the moment up until of course, the news changed, he wants to marry her, and he goes to the jewelry store, and
Right.
you know, what do you think about that?
I mean, I feel like it was kind of a selfish move in a way. I mean, would you call it selfish, or?
I didn't think about it, but yeah, it's kind of like one of those dying wishes.
Exactly. You know what I mean? That's not a situation you would want to put someone through if you truly love that person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like that was a lot for him to do that. He did the right thing.
He did come to his senses and says, you know, neither one of us are not ready for marriage.
And that's good. Because, yeah.
Another point that I wanted to bring up is when Annie Dixon and Riley were at the doctor office. So they said that Dixon's antibiotics was not working, and so that he has to possibly have the spinal surgery. And so then Riley goes into this whole thing about, you know, you're not telling him about what can happen and how he could be permanently blah, blah. First of all, Riley, you should not. Riley, you my boy, but your character had no business being in that private moment with Dixon, his sister, and the doctor. Take your ass outside and you wait. Like that's very personal.
It is.
And so I felt like he was very out of place to be in that situation.
Like, why are you there?
Yeah.
You're not family. You ain't married to my sister. Why are you here?
And another, you remember when I was speaking in regards to how they have these women in these professions, and it doesn't fit. Now the woman doctor who was in that scene with Annie Dixon and Riley, some of her med what's the word I'm looking for? Some of her med terminology was whack. And I wrote this down. When they were asking questions about well, you know, about the meds and things, she says, we need the meds to do their thing and then we'll see, okay? What doctor says we need the meds to do their thing and then we will see, okay? That was her last exact words before that scene ended.
We just gonna let the meds do the thing. You know what I'm saying? That's something like I would say, just let the meds do the thing.
Yeah, but then then the male doctor, when he was talking to Liam and Silver, all of his terminology was very precise and on point. And it just sucks because you remember when Naveed had the cop, she was a pretty girl.
Oh, yeah.
She just had no characteristics of a cop. Now you got the security for Liam, who's a hot girl or decent looking girl or whatever, and she doesn't fit the normal character.
Teacher.
And then you got the teacher, and now you have this doctor for Dixon who to me it just puts there. It seems like the casting for 90210, sometimes their only objective is to make sure that the girls look hot, and that bothers me.
I get what you're saying. I mean, they kind of, you know, I feel like they did a good pick with the psycho security, because she's not that cute. She looks kind of psycho. So they did a good pick with that, but I do get what you're saying. I mean, and it makes it more obvious. Like, I wish they had more real people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So then you're like, oh, you know, snap. Like, you know, I can totally see that happening. You know, it's like, but now it's like, okay, here's the other pretty girl.
Yeah.
Like, all right, this is obviously about to happen. And it's kind of annoying, you know?
Yeah, it's annoying because, like I said, you have these women who
don't fit the part.
You know, or dress them down. You know, put their hair in a ponytail. Don't have them put on so much makeup.
And like
and
the teacher, like don't have her look like a naughty school teacher.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So 90210 casting, that's just my personal, you know, beef with that. But
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, so that whole storyline, I mean, I feel like it was really good today. I can totally see them both moving forward. I mean, there's definitely going to be a big mix-up with that, but...
Now, what did you think when Adriana confessed to Silver that she slept with Taylor?
I mean, that was her girlfriend,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she needs to tell her everything. I mean, I kind of liked that part specifically because... you kind of saw a friendship. Like,
Right.
you know how, like, they be keeping secrets from each other?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they don't tell each other plenty of things.
Yeah, sometimes it feels like they're there, but they're not friends. Like it's
Exactly.
they're there to support each other at events and things like that, but
they don't tell each other.
They don't. There's no talk and there's no dialogue.
And that's like real life, you know, like girls really be telling each other everything, you know what I'm saying? And I like that moment because it was kind of like an honest, real, cute, like best friend moment, you know, like they can tell each other everything.
Right.
So I mean, I really love that, and you know how Silver can obviously keep a secret.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I love that moment, even though it was like, you know, but it was one of those girly moments, you know what I mean? Something that the girls fucked up, and you have your friends there to tell. Because normally, you know, one girl will know something, and then everybody finds out together.
Right.
Instead of them, like, coming to somebody and be like, look, this is what happened, blah, blah, blah. What should I do? You know what I mean? They hide it, and then it's like they get themselves in another predicament. You know what I mean?
You just brought up a very good point about telling people and spreading things.
Yeah.
iTunes. So you guys make sure that you also go to iTunes and make sure that you download. It's very. I totally just. All right, so you guys make sure that you guys go to iTunes and you guys download all of the great shows that we have here on AfterBuzz TV. I've been pleading with you guys weekly. Please go to iTunes, download. It's free. All of the 90210 podcasts. Please get us in the top 10 before the season's over. We must get in the top 10. You guys do a great job with the YouTube comments, but now we need you to go to iTunes. We need you to download it. We need you to rate, and we need you to comment, and we need you to tell everybody. Just like girlfriends like to tell their homegirls, and you know, nothing's a secret. We don't want AfterBuzz and iTunes to be a secret. We want you to tell everybody that you know. So make sure you do that. And then once you guys have once you guys are downloading the shows on AfterBuzz, then you could download the podcast app, and it organizes all of your subscriptions for all the various shows, being that we host over 50 shows for this new fall season. So again, iTunes, download, rate, and comment, and don't forget about the podcast app.
Yeah.
All right.
Good job, Bam.
Thank you.
How amazing was that scene with Annie and Riley?
Okay, Annie's I'm gonna use this word that I use in some of my other shows. Annie's a chicken head, and the one guy that
How
actually.
How is she a chicken head?
She's a chicken head. I have several notes. Okay, so she's a chicken head.
Don't ruin my moment, Bam. Okay, you're ruining my moment.
Well,
my cute moment.
I'll give you 30 more seconds. Hold on.
Okay, that moment was just so cute when he threw her in the pool, and she's just like, ah! And then she just like goes over and swims, and they just kiss, and it was just so cute because he was such a man there. He's just a manhandle there.
You done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me tell you why she's a bonehead.
Okay. A chicken head.
Thank you. A chicken head. So when they were at the restaurant, she's like, you know, hey, I made sure that our seating is handicap accessible at the and the VIP at the Hollywood Bowl. Then she's like, you know, he questioned her because it's like, you know, I've been able to function without you all of this time. Like, you had to really get a restaurant that has a ramp. And then the girlfriend comes along, which is Cassandra, and she's the ex-girlfriend, and they kind of have their awkward moments. So you could tell that they must have had a very bad breakup. And then so Annie says, well, I never thought of it. I never thought of your life before the accident. And like, even her voice when she said that just annoyed me. And so he's like, what makes you think that this relationship with Cassandra and I happened before my accident? Well, I don't know. I just thought that it did. Like, you don't. That is the worst thing. Don't ever put pity on someone. Don't ever put pity on a handicapped person because they don't like pity. And so.
Okay, well, first of all, okay, what the hell do you expect? Okay, she has never dated anybody that was handicapped. Okay. If anything, she's just trying to be overly nice. Okay, maybe she went too far when she was like, okay, you know, did you guys date a long time ago? Like, blah, 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 assuming that. Okay, that was kind of messed up because it's like, damn, you know what? He could pull someone nice, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, she was just looking out for him, you know what I mean? I mean, what are you supposed to do? Is just expect that he can really do everything?
I don't think she was thinking. That's her problem. She wasn't thinking.
Okay, does she ever think?
No, she doesn't, and that's.
But she does it. You know, it's better to show than to think.
Huh?
You know, like, you know that saying, like, it's like, you know, show me instead of telling me.
Yeah, yeah.
But maybe she's like showing but not thinking.
Maybe, yeah. I guess I think that there was a better way. She should have like, hey.
Well, okay. I mean, what do you think? Okay, what were you gonna say?
I just think that there was a better way she could have went about it.
Like how?
Like asking, hey, you know, we're dating now, and I'm unsure about this. So, do you want me to help? Or I would have just said something like, do I help? You know, let me know when I'm overstepping my boundaries. I'm new at this, and just make him feel comfortable.
Make it clear.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, it kind of set up the whole story, though. If you think about it, she was being a chicken head, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, Riley made her realize, look, I'm still a man. Treat me like you would treat every other guy.
Yeah.
And I think that was obviously the point that he was trying to make the whole entire time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel like the part when she walks up and there's a bunch of girls around him, I was like, oh, I did not see that coming. But, of course, you know what I mean? So it was all up to that moment when he was just like, you just totally felt him, like, you know, like he is, like you can treat him exactly how any other guy would be treated, especially when she slapped him. I mean, you know, you see Annie in those situations all the time, you know what I mean? And I feel like she, like, kind of brought out of her shell a lot, especially when he said that to her. So, I mean, it was a good setup for that. So maybe the whole chicken head thing.
Yeah, I mean, she'll be a chicken head again, but I think, you know, just like I thought Raleigh was out of order when he was there at the doctor's appointment, I thought Annie was out of order. So, you know, they were both out of order. You drink a Dr. Pepper.
Right. I'm going to drink my Mountain Dew.
Wait. Another thing. When Dixon, before they were going to the concert, Dixon gets the call from the doctor saying that the blood results are clean and that his infection is gone and that he doesn't need surgery. I mean, hot damn, wasn't that quick?
Yeah, no, I mean
they didn't even stretch it out an episode, 2-3 episodes. It's like 20 minutes later, bam, he gets the call.
Actually, we found it. The blur is gone.
Yeah.
It is not there no more. Hallelujah. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, what are we about to do about that?
Yeah, well, that's 90210 for you.
Yes, I mean, at least it happens right in there. The anticipation, you know, we couldn't hold it in any longer.
So does that mean? Well, I guess we'll talk about them predictions.
What? Oh yeah, the predictions.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, that's all really Annie and Riley. I mean, I it's so cute. Like, I can't wait to see what else happens. You know what I mean? For Annie and Riley, I really love that whole situation. Now, earlier when I was talking to you about the whole Naomi and Max situation, I want to get into that.
All right.
So
let's go.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of sad Alec is not in the picture anymore.
So am I.
Like, I'm very upset about that because I don't know, he brought something else to it, you know, and now I feel like it's back to the Naomi show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When Alec kind of took that away a little bit and kind of had this, like, you know, they met each other like it's like a match. You know what I mean?
But also with the Naomi and Max story, there's a huge void, and so Alec did a lot of stuff for the company, and so Max, you can tell Max really realizes that, you know, Alec was pretty he was very well needed at the company, and they had certain strategies. You know, before they would go pitch meetings, they would go out and play basketball or do something. Like, they had their way of doing things. And of course, Naomi thinks that she can do everything. Oh, I could woo people. I can do this. I could do that. Hey, let's work together. Let's work together. Let's work together. And Max realized, like, no, this is really not working. I need to really find my way in doing this. And so Naomi's like, well, you know, just hire someone. And so they're looking at the resumes. Oh, Bryce, you know, he seems like the perfect nerd, you know, hire him.
Right.
And then of course it's a girl, so then of course Naomi's jealous, and just bring Naomi, just, I don't know.
I mean, you know, Naomi obviously at first gets really, like, uptight, whatever. I mean, I love the fact, you know, at the end when,
Look at the stiff moves.
Aid
Yeah.
performing. It was cute. She's so cute. I love her. But yeah, I mean, Naomi has to have a push, or it has to be something spectacular or any certain way.
Yeah, she has to, in order for her to feel needed, she has to like be in the mix of things. She went into the office, she completely rearranges it.
Of course.
And then of course, because Bryce is a girl and she's hot, she's feel threatened by it, so she of course does not want her to be hired. And then once she realizes that, wow, she's really smart and she can answer the question about the 200 goldfish, she realized that she's needed.
And I feel like Bryce won't be a threat.
I don't think so
I don't
either.
get that vibe at all. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I mean, and I love the fact, when Naomi went to go find her, and she was just like, she said, it wouldn't kill you to wear a pantsuit. Like,
Yeah.
I love that whole, because at
Yeah.
first, like, Naomi's like, you need to work, and then, like, of course, she goes back to her normal ways.
Her normal self.
Also, I wanted to point it out, how Max said I love you again to Naomi, and she never said it back.
Okay, speaking of that, and so on YouTube, Chelsea Bivens commented on me making that comment because last week I said, or 2 weeks ago,
yeah, it was
2 weeks ago,
yeah.
a week ago, I said that in that episode when they were going to when they were off to
the camp,
to the convention,
okay,
that Max says I love you and Naomi says I know. And so Chelsea Bivens says that scene is from Star Wars. I never seen Star Wars, so, and I know I'm a movie buff and all that stuff, and I do films and stuff, but I've never seen Star Wars, so I know, shame on me, sorry, but I'm not even, Marissa's even shaking her head at me. Yeah, I've never seen Star Wars. I'm sorry.
Either.
And so,
me either.
And so Chelsea says that's from Star Wars, where someone says I love you and the other person says I know. So I'm assuming it's probably Carrie Fisher. Well, they were kind of dressed in character
for Star Wars.
Yeah, when they were going to the convention.
Oh, they weren't they? Because she had that.
She had the Carrie Fisher outfit. So
oh.
I see, and Marissa's laughing because I said Carrie Fisher. Wait, it's Princess Leia, right?
It's Princess Leia.
Okay, see,
Carrie Fisher plays Princess Leia, and she's in that. She's the one that says "I love you," and Han Solo says "I know."
See, I didn't know that.
So you think that's why?
Yeah. So thank you, Chelsea Bivens. Thank you for correcting me because I didn't know. I've never seen Star Wars. So okay. Anyway.
Well, I noticed it tonight. He firmly said "I love you," and she firmly didn't say anything and just looked at him like.
Yeah.
Like I know again, in the face, kind of like.
Do you feel like their relationship is
weird to me now?
Yeah.
It's getting weird to me. I mean, I feel like they're definitely trying to be like grown up, and I miss the Naomi when she was doing the event planning.
Yeah, because Naomi doesn't have a hobby now.
I know, she's just kind of like housewife, and like, I feel like though in the next episode when we get into predictions, she kind of comes out with that again, but I want to see her go back to her lifestyle, and he has his lifestyle too, and it kind of combines together in some way.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to see her having another pilot or another way
something
with her character and try to get back into event planning because I like that about her.
Totally, because if you think about it, none of who has a job besides Liam and Silver.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a job.
Yeah.
Naomi doesn't have a job. Annie doesn't have a job, but she has money.
How is Silver about to afford a kid?
Yeah, because what is her occupation?
Nothing.
Dixon.
So why is she thinking about having a kid if she... I don't know how she about to support that.
Yeah, if you think about it, and then of course Kelly's her sister, and Kelly was a teacher, and where's her money?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't get it. Like she needs to at least get involved with like maybe the club or something.
Yeah, Liam is the only one who really has a job.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, well, and Annie's just well set now.
Yeah, and Naomi's she's well set too, but and then also Max is rich as well. Going back to their relationship, Max is not. He's not that geek nerd in high school who loved making out with. Like he's changed.
Yeah, he has a lot. He's more businessman and business savvy.
Yeah, savvy.
Business savvy. So Naomi's like still trying in that whole honeymoon or, you know, first marriage kind of stage.
Yeah,
so.
she's pretty. All she really cares about is sex and being sexy.
Yes. Pause though. When Neo's performing,
Uh-huh.
I was just loving like the song that "Let Me," and like everything's going on in the back. Like, you know, Naomi wants to go save like, you know, Bryce in that situation, and like the song was just perfect with like everything, and Adriana and Dixon. It just was so perfect, you know. And I just had to point that out, that they did a really good song choices, and I really loved like the whole situation with like Neo and that song. It just went perfect with it.
I agree.
So I just wanted to point that out.
I totally agree. And then I like the fact that Dixon and Annie was in bed. He was finally able to get it. Wait. I said Dixon and Annie.
Was it bad?
Sorry.
I was like, did you see my face? I was like,
sorry, it's late. Dixon and Adriana. I'm sorry.
I hope they were not in bed together.
Right, because that would be pretty nasty, right?
It is so late up in here. Let's get into predictions.
All right.
We over here talking about brother and sister in bed together with no time.
Right.
Right.
All right. So the 100th episode it's here. We've talked about this, and you know we've in previous episodes we've mentioned some of the spoilers, and it's revealed that Denise Richards and Tail will be there. And I think there's going to be a lot more surprises for this one.
Definitely going to be a lot more. I mean, we've been waiting for this episode, so I cannot wait.
Oh, and because the Crazy Boy's coming back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Annie's ex.
Annie's ex is coming back, so there's probably going to cause friction with Annie's now new boyfriend, Riley. And the other cousin, the one who looks like Kelly Taylor.
Coming back.
She's
there
coming back.
There might be something going on with like the whole Liam situation, remember?
Possibly.
Yeah. And we do see, Adriana, that video. Dixon's seen that video.
He sees the video. And
that's really about to go down.
It's really about to go down because it's Happy. But you also remember when the two of them were in bed together, and she was like, well, when he asked her, what would you would have said if I would have asked you to marry you? And she's like, I don't know. I was just so freaked out. Then she lays her head on the chest, and she just kind of gives this look, and you totally can see on her face that, she's torn, because I do think she loves Dixon. But again, there's that new sexual romance that she has with Taylor.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't even want to imagine what's about to happen next week with that. And what do you think the whole Naomi party, is it just a back to school party, or what do you
Well, I don't know, because they've only been out of high school for 2 seasons, so it can't be any kind of reunion. So there has to be something that causes them to go back.
Yeah.
And there's no telling what Naomi will do.
So I'm excited to see what's about to go down.
Yeah.
Great episode.
Yes,
easy,
absolutely.
simple. We'll be back next week. Again, it will be normal time Tuesday at 9 p.m.
All right. I'm Bam Erickson. You guys can find me on social media, Twitter, all the other stuff. Bam Erickson, BAMMERICSEN.
And you can find me on Twitter and any social media at Nicolette Gaona. Thank you guys so much for having us and watching the episode, and have a great night. It's getting late. Get some rest.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.